Okay, real. I'm gonna go through my settings. I'm ready when you are, real. All right. What up, cuz? Well, I was ready to play last night, Trish. I'm going out of town until Friday, so we're going to have to play Friday. So you didn't want your ass whooped yesterday. I tried to tell you let's play last night. You usually play at night. Oh, okay. So look, Kush. Uh, Friday cool. Okay, we try to get them all in Friday and Saturday, or Friday night, whenever. No, I can't get it today. I'm leaving and getting on the plane at 4, so I'm going out to lunch and shit before I leave. Friday will be cool.
Welcome to the desert and inside Chase Field in Phoenix. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Athletics and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. And starting this one, Zach Gallen. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And the home opener is underway. That one misses. Ball 1. One of the things amazing with Zach, think about the players he's been traded with and for. In December of 17, he and Sandy Alcantara were dealt to Miami from the Cardinals for Marcell Ozuna. Then ultimately in July of 19, he went to Arizona for Jazz Chisholm. Here's Byron Buxton. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Snap throw.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Here in Phoenix, and just getting settled into this one. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside. The throw to second is offline.
If you're a hitter, you can't go back to the dugout and say, man, I should have hit that pitch. You got to say, you know what, he made a great pitch, but next time up, he's going to make a mistake.
Laser to the gap, should score the run. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Man at second. Foul ball there. The 0-2. Now a snap throw down to third. Snaps it to third. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back safely. And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. That one outside. That's a ball 2. And he's back into second. Kurtz on at second with 2 down. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
This one in the air center field. And that is that. Back here at Chase Field, and on the mound for the A's in this one, Luis Severino. What do we need to know here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball. Something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Geraldo Perdomo, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him swinging. Ketel Marte up to the plate.
That's low. That's a ball. That's a ball.
There's a swing and a drive. That
Over the
skips
fence,
over the
that's a
fence,
ground
so
rule
it's an
double.
automatic double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Pizza.
Ildemaro Vargas can't hold up, and that's a strike. That's too
No,
low.
that's down.
Ball
Ball.
one. One out and a runner at second. Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Now a long throw home. Tag, not in time. He scores. It's 2-1.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Adley Rutschman, the next to hit, takes ball one. Check swing went around, and that's strike one. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. Here's Nolan Arenado. Vargas off of first with 2 away. Chopped out towards short. Sends it to first, and that is that. Back here in the desert, here's the left fielder, Lawrence Butler. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now it's going to be Tyler Soderstrom.
That's a ball. That's up. That's a ball.
And that's outside. There's a strike. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Payoff pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 3-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. On the ground to the left. Handles, throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the second. Here's the center fielder, Jorge Barrosa. And Luis Severino continues. Barrosa measures 5 feet 6 inches, 25 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Out towards right center field, Buxton drifts towards it, and there's 1 down. Carlos Santana, the next to hit.
To me, it looks like they're trying to do too much with pitches they shouldn't even be swinging at. It's tough because you want to take control of the game early on, but sometimes that approach can backfire on you.
Check swing. He went. That is strike 2. And that one missing low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting 8th, right fielder.
This is Corbin Carroll. That's towards center. Buxton settles underneath it. And that'll do it. Back here at Chase Field. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Jacob Wilson.
That missed. That's a ball.
In the air, out towards right center. Barosa on the move. One away. So Buxton gets a chance to hit now. Byron Buxton, former second overall pick back in 2012, right after Carlos Correa became the first pick in that draft. Comes up empty.
Ball.
Had a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's a big power threat. Nick Kurtz. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Back here in the desert as we go to the last of the third. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swings through that. This one in the air, center field. Buxton moving under it. And there's one down. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Geraldo Perdomo struck out swinging his first time.
Here.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Here's Ketel Marte. A double and a run scored his first time up. Pulls that one foul. Two down, nobody on.
Outside, ball.
Right through there for a strike.
That's a ball.
And that one is lifted in the air. That is the inning. On to the fourth, and now it's Max Muncy. Nice grab. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
That one to first. Santana takes it to the bag. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth.
for the A's.
Two down,
Right fielder,
bases empty.
Denzel Clark.
Next up for the A's, Denzel Clark. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league
That's down.
average,
That's
and
a
that's
ball.
what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Late on that fastball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Now it's the DH, Ildemaro Vargas.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
That one
No,
way
that's it.
inside.
Two. What
Vargas
you got?
checks his swing. Appeal to third. Did not go. Here's a 2-2. In the air to left center. He's got it. One down. Here's Adley Rutschman. Struck out swinging his first time. Swings through the sweeper. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Check swing, now an appeal to third. Nope, he held back. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Just misses with that one.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
And that's a strikeout looking. And that's 4 strikeouts. Here's Nolan Arenado. He's 0 for 1. Two down, nobody on. Check swing, but he went too far. Arenado in an 0-2 hole. And they'll do it again. Stays alive. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that'll do it. Back here at Chase Field, stepping in, Lawrence Butler. Now on the bump, Jonathan Loaisiga.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Loaisiga, 31 years old, and he's a native of Nicaragua. Strike 2. A's leading by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. In the air to left center, Barosa should have this one. And there's one away. One out man at first. Jeff McNeil stands in. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a miss.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
2 down. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty. Back here in the desert, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jorge Barrosa stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that one is downstairs.
Down.
And that is ball 1. That one is absolutely belted. Can't get there. Should be extra bases.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Santana at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Swing and a foul out of play.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Then there's one down. Next to hit for Arizona, Corbin Carroll. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play. Way to lay off that pitch down.
And a swing and a miss. Out towards right center field. Buxton under this one. And there's 2 down. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Fly to center his first time. Gurriel gets a piece. And the 0-1. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
The 0-2. Rip right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He sends one out the opposite way, and that's how they take the lead. It's 3-2. Back to the top of the order. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball low.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. And that one ripped to left. That is the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. Stepping in the long ball threat, Byron Buxton. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Wastes no time there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Kurtz in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. 0-1 now. Buxton on the run and fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. The feed for one. To first. Double play. Nicely done. Base is empty after the double play. Now it's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. And it's fouled away. Check swing called strike. That's strike two. Swings and misses. Had him way out front of the slur. Bottom of the sixth inning. Leading off, Ketel Marte.
Second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Severino back to work.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Misses the sweeper. And a 1-2.
Ball, that's low.
Now one
Ball.
missed. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And he walked him. And after that long battle, he's aboard representing the tying run. And next. Hogan Harris gets handed the rock out of the pen. He has some nasty breaking stuff. Squirts away from Langoliers. And the runner holds. Marte aboard here at first with nobody out. In the dirt. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And it's 3-0. In the air, left field. Butler on the move. He's got it. And there's one away. Now here is Adley Rutschman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Squirts away from Langoliers. But no advance. That's ball one.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
In the dirt. Man at first, one away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Over to McNeil. Double play.
Get out of there.
What a twin killing to end the inning. Back here at Chase Field. And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. Fought off foul. Up and in. And 1-1. Late on that fastball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now it's the right fielder, Denzel Clark. And a couple of quick outs. Now the left fielder, Lawrence Butler, 1 for 2.
Ball.
Bounce to Santana. Here's the tag, and he's out. And that is that. Back here in the desert, set for the last half of the 7th. Nolan Arenado stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that skips in the dirt. Right through there for a strike.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. The 1-2. Struck him out looking. Now up next for Arizona, Jorge Barrosa, the switch hitter batting right.
Jorge Barrosa.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Wow. That's not even close to the zone.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Check swing, didn't go. Now 1-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Up next for the
2 outs, base is empty. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Carlos Santana. Check swing, he held up, and that's ball 1.
Yeehaw!
That one ran inside, almost got him. What a stop. And very nicely done for the out. We go to the 8th, digging in, number 21.
And foul! That's the ball. That's down.
Missing
That's it.
inside, 2-1. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
A little out front there as he swings. Through it. The Diamondbacks holding on to a one-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th. Strike 2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
And that is
that's
downstairs.
Down.
2-2.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
And there's one down. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Hit on the ground might be 2. Here's Marte for 1. On to Santana, 2. Bottom of the 8th, and now the right fielder, number 7. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That's the ball.
Line drive to short and caught.
Man, that could have been a big swing in this game. Just unlucky and a really fortunate time right there.
New pitcher on here, Mark Leiter Jr.
And he's got a big time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
On the ground, out to short. Throws to first in time. So back to the top of the order. Next to hit for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo. 0 for 3 in this one. And it's even up. Leiter, 35 years old. He joined the team as a free agent.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Marte stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Perdomo leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
That missed. That's the ball.
And a big swing and a miss. That smash towards center. And that is that. Back here at Chase Field, all set to start the ninth in this one. Byron Buxton now at the plate. Off the mark there, and that's ball one. And that one fouled off. And a base hit right there. And that puts the tying run on base.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in.
Ripped, and he can't glove it. It's by him. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Muncy hits one in the air. Barosa in position. Brings it in. Both runners tagging. Relay throw. The tag, and they get him at second. That's a double play. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the catcher to hit. Shea Langoliers. In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Just off the inside edge.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. A 2-run blast. And they jump in front in the ninth. It's 4-3. Denzel Clark digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. Laser could be trouble. And that's going to get into the corner. Safely into second. He's got a double. Lawrence Butler up next for the A's.
That's the ball. Hook.
Right side, Marte. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in the desert, bottom 9. Justin Sterner on to try and close it out.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
That's a hit. And the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the ninth.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
A little bit low.
No, that's down.
1 ball, 1 strike. The D-backs with the winning run at the plate. And the home team trying to pull it out. There's a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Check swing. Went around. And the count is 0-2. And that's ruled a swing.
I'm going today, man. I'm come back Friday.
So they're down to
because I still got to get.
Now here is Jorge Barosa. 1 for 3.
Risky one more, and then Kush, and then we.
A little bit deeper
Oh,
just
did
to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come
you
all
think
the way
so?
around to score and tie this ball game up.
And that is out of play. The Diamondbacks with the tying run on at first. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. They're down to their final strike.
Yeah, I got juice too.
Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Nice work.
No, I ain't supposed to be at no 24.
They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
4-3 our final.
Well, I will. I'll finish off Kush. I'll finish off Juice. I still got Diddy, because he went out of town. He got to make up his other games. Then we're gonna get it going on Sunday. I'll catch up by Monday, Tuesday. Good game, cuz that nigga had me, man. Right. Hey, I'm batting 260 something. I'm fifth in batting averages, but I can't hit nobody when the motherfucking man on base. I can't get no runs in. How you doing, Yandy? How you playing? Okay. That's good, though. That's a good position. Yeah. Right. I'm just trying to catch on in so I can beat up on Kush and what's the name? That'll bring me almost to 500. Y'all got, that is just a regular game? Oh, okay. What y'all looking at? 1-1? Okay. You played good against grass, huh? He fucked me up. He fucked me up. Oh, dude. Your boy's still undefeated, huh? So this is first game against grass? Okay. All right, fellas, I gotta roll. I'll be back Friday, man. All right.